welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today with Drako. Today we're taking a look at Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North, a game by Ignacy Trzewiczek and Joanna Kjanka, and it is from Portal Games. And this is one that I am really excited to play. I have seen a bit of this online, and therefore I got interested in getting my own copy so I can make this video for you. And by the way, I should say that this is all thanks to Game Maniacs in Lidköping sponsoring today's video with Empires of the North. So let's start checking this out with the Imperial Settlers universe. Okay, is this just, this is just some, commercial for, the roll and write and so on, Imperial Settlers with all the expansions. Okay, that's kind of cool. I do like that picture, might put that on the wall. And the rulebook, and we have the solo booklet. That's interesting. I haven't decided if I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a gameplay video up ahead. Don't know if it's going to be a solo playthrough or a two-player with Drako. We'll see. We'll see how. I think there's already a bunch of two-player videos out there though, so might do solo. Gold tokens and some other tokens here, and ×5 tokens. Then we have, and this is cool. This is a really cool Mechanist in this game. So this thing here, it's like a wheel that you construct, and it can be different every time you play because you can move these around. And I guess you put the frost giant guy in the middle. And then these are actions that you can do, and depending on how they get placed, I think it's randomly in the setup, then the game is different from every time you play basically. So that's cool. And then we have really nice tokens in this game, bunch of ships, and I think these are sort of player colorish. I think so. And here's some race tokens, the axe that we recognize from Imperial Settlers, but it's used a bit different in this game, which I do like because I thought Imperial Settlers was a bit too cutthroat for my taste. And the scoreboard, a bunch of sea monsters and so. Not sure why there's two sides, but we'll find out. And here's sort of the sailing, or whatever it's called, exploration board. So here you will put your ships and you can go to nearby islands or to distant islands. And I just think the artwork is so good. It's so great artwork. It's of course reminds you of Imperial Settlers. And here's like tiles for each player. So, let's see. So this is like where you put your spent workers. You have workers that you spend in order to do different things, different actions and so on. And then we have a bunch of nice components. I think I think this is one of the most fun stuff in games. And this is really cool. I saw this in, I think it was John Gets Games that did a playthrough with 3 players. And these are the workers. You have the workers here and so on. But then, let's see, there's more workers. So you have the workers in here, right? But amongst the workers, there's a little ninja hiding. So there's a little ninja meeple, and he's the same. From what I understand, he will do the same thing as all the other workers, but it's just cute. It's just for fun that he put a little ninja in there, hiding among the workers. I don't know where that idea come from, but yeah, it's really cool. And we have some action tokens, or action pawns. These are the ones that we go around doing those actions on that wheel with. So for the player colors, and here's some sheep. And it looks like a nice insert as well. They all have a place, so kind of weird sheeps. I don't know. So we have some fish. Fish is like a resource that you can use, I think, for different actions. And here's another one that you do recognize from Imperial Settlers if you played it, where you have these apples. So these are food, these little nice apples. And I love these wooden components. Nice. Here's the wood, though. They don't look that nice. I don't know. They're a bit small, I guess, but maybe, that makes sense for the game, but yeah, nothing special there. And the stone looks like, kind of standard stone. I do prefer these to, gray cubes, though. So that's better than gray cubes. Yeah, I think these are nice, actually. Yeah, that works. So that's everything that is on the components for this. And what you can do is you can just lift this off and you have that next to the playing area. And then under here we have cards. And yeah, okay, so here we have a solid. So here we can have the cards and so on. We can have the chips, I guess. And a bunch of cards. So let's open them up and check them out. Okay, so bunch of cards. And I think these are like I think this is like for the blue player basically. Or I think this is for one of the players. And you have some basic cards I think you start with, and then you have a deck with cards, and I don't think you get new cards. I think you just use the cards that you have, and then when you use them all, then you reshuffle your discard pile and you get some of them back and so on. So anyhow, these have a cost, or in this case a spend to build. So yeah, we have to spend 1 wood, right? And this is Valkyrie, it has an action on it, so after I play this I can start using that action. And I think the artwork on these are amazing. I think this is, one of my favorite artworks is for Imperial Settlers and for this game. I think it's such a cute artwork. There's like little penguins here with, here's a polar bear pulling a little wagon. And Treasure Island. So, I mean, and they all have, there's so much artwork as well. There's so much, all these pictures. Well, there's the polar bear again with a little outpost as an action. Spend 1 worker to unexhaust all your, whatever that is, some kind of cards. Yeah, so you build these, from your deck, you build cards. And then you can also have these cards, which is, I think I'm not sure what they're called, but it's like the production buildings basically, or production. So like this gives you a fish, or 2 wood and 2 stone. And you can activate these to get that resource, in a round. You can sort of harvest, I think it's called. So, yeah, a bunch of these different... And it's not just spending resources. Some of these have, like this one, is if you do the explore action, then you can build this. And this is an addition. So this is like you put this under there, like this. So then you have 2 fish from that production building. It's like an upgrade to the building. Then we have these islands. So islands that I showed you earlier with that sailing board, you can go to these islands to get different benefits. You can pillage them or you can conquer them, but then you need to spend one of those axe tokens. And let's see, I think it's more of the same, but again, I think this is like the different. This is like the green player has these cards and the blue player has this and so on. And let's see if we find something funny here. Avalanche warriors. They're rolling a big snowball against the other guys. Here you get some building bonus. You have to spend a worker and a stone to build this. Wow, there's so much cool pictures here. I love it when you play. You can just sit around and look at these pictures when you wait for your turn. You find some cute little stories basically in those pictures that match the whatever the card is. And yeah, red player, I guess. And so on. So, and we have some stickers here. I'm not sure what those are for. I think they might be for... I think they might be for these pawns, actually. If I recall correctly from that playthrough that I watched, I think one of the sides on these markers should have a little X like that. Well, both, I guess. So that, and it sort of marks that when you do an action first with them, I'm going to show you on the wheel here. So like you do an action, that's all that was in the box. I think this is so cool, this system here. Where you go around this wheel, like that. And you go out, you do an action like explore, which lets you draw a card. And then you can activate him again, flip him over to show that you activated him the second time. And then you can go either to the sail or to construct. You can go to the adjacent ones. And that's why the position of this wheel in different games can vary and change up your strategy. So that is Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North in a unboxing here. I'll be back with a gameplay video fairly soon, and I think it's going to be a solo playthrough. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comment section, by the way, do you want to see a solo playthrough or do you want to see a 2-player game with Drako? Because, I tend to do both of those types of videos and I try to mix and match with those. Have a great evening or morning or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Do you want to keep this little dragon this happy all day long? Then like the video